Hey healthy gamers, this is Jack here giving you a Guild Wars 2 overview of the Elementalist class. I'll be showing you his skills, just all his different skills, and then talking about him and how I've found him to play during this beta, during a lot of PvP. So I'll just be showing you his dual dagger skills. Well, I'll show you what skills the Staff of Smoldering has, but I had no luck in PvP using the staff, but I had a lot of fun using dual daggers, and here's why. Because as dual daggers, you have access to a lot of kind of point-blank AoE skills, and so what I like to do is I like to just go in and then just hit all my skills, spam them, and now switch to a different one, and now I have all those skills available. And now I can do that, spam all my skills, and switch to a different one, and now I can spam all these guys, and just keep going through that cycle like that. And it really does some really amazing DPS. You have a lot of interrupts, a lot of stuns, because you would think, you know, you're an elementalist, you're going into the middle of these combat guys, and you're going to get wrecked, but actually you have so many stuns, especially when you're in actual combat. When you see the PvP videos, I have a few up on my channel, it's so chaotic that people have no idea what's going on. They're just trying to get away from all of these AoEs that you're putting out, which are doing a ton of damage. Okay, let me just show you the skills on each one. So how this works is your F1 through F4. I bound them Alt 1 through Alt 4 because it's a lot easier to hit, are your different attunements, and changing your attunement gives you different skills. So fire attunement, you do fire damage and then you burn your enemies. So Dragon Claw, just your normal AoE attack, shoot out 3 of them. So if you're real close, you can get all 3 to hit, which can be some really good damage. Dragon's Breath, you're just doing a cone of fire in front of you, nothing special. Burning Speed is a lot of fun. You'll go forward and then do an AoE. Ring of Fire is also good, so it's good to combine Burning Speed and Ring of Fire. So you'll go forward, do AoE, and hit Ring of Fire again for some more AoE. And then Fire Grab just does pretty good AoE damage for foes in front of us. And now Water Attunement. This one is your heals and kind of your control attunement. So again, what is it? It's Vapor Blade, inflicts vulnerability, so enemies will take more damage. And now Cone of Cold, just another cone in front of you. But this one will also heal your allies. Frozen Blast is really good. Freeze enemies around you, chills them, reducing their movement speed and reducing the rate of how fast their skills recharge. Frost Aura is really good. It anytime somebody hits you, it'll chill them, reducing their movement speed and recharge rate again. So you do these, and enemies going to be hitting you 66% less. And then Cleansing Wave just heals yourself and allies in a big wave around you. And then Air Attunement. This one is fun. I love Air Attunement. So what I do is I ride the lightning, which will make you go in and do an AoE damage. Shocking Aura is really good to pop right as soon as you go in, because what that does is anytime an enemy strikes you now, they're going to get stunned. And that's really great when you're in the middle of everybody, because everybody's going to be hitting you, whether they've tried to or not, and now they're getting stunned. So now number 2 inflicts vulnerability, so they're taking more damage. And this one is just straight up damage, and it's pretty cool. I've got a big lightning lash. And Updraft, it'll knock enemies back and knock yourself back as well. It's good for interrupts and just going in there and popping that. And then Earth Attunement here is kind of your point blank AoE dots as well. So this one, Impale, puts a bleed on the enemy. Ring of Earth, AoE just around you, does damage and then does bleeding. Magnetic Grasp, it will pull an enemy or pull yourself to an enemy, so just another way to close in. Earthquake, this does damage around you, knocks people down in AoE around you. And Churning Earth, it hold and release to make the earth churn, so it does a lot of damage, cripples them, and then does bleeding damage. The only downside is it's quite a long cast time, so it might be good, probably not a good thing to cast if people are trying to focus you down. there are just so many combinations for skills. With the staff, it's more long range, more AoE centered. And what the circle represents here is that these are targeted skills. So you're going to hit it, and a little circle is going to come up, and you're going to target them. And that's the reason I didn't find them to be too useful in the PvP matches, because people are moving around so much. They're always up in your face, and it's just hard to land these. I imagine this would be a lot better for open world, world v world, because people are going to be standing still. If they're like assaulting a gate, you can drop a ton of these DPS, or rather AoEs down on them and do a lot of DPS. So I think that's where that would be more useful. Before the playstyle I enjoyed, Dual Daggers was amazing. But as you can see, the staff, all the skills do more damage. But that's kind of the whatever, the offsets. These skills cast a lot faster, they're instant, they're point blank AoE. These skills take longer to cast, they take time to charge up and actually do the damage, but if you can land them, they're going to be doing a lot more damage. So the heals are just pretty good. I like the Signet of Restoration, gives you health every time you cast a spell, and then a big heal whenever you hit it. Utilities. As an elementalist, you have these glyphs. They do your elementalist is based all around your different attunements, so a lot of these do different things based on what attunement you're currently in. I like Glyph of Storms. What this does is it creates a storm in an area based on my attunement. So since I was Earth, it creates this big whirlwind kind of deal. If I were air, it would be a lightning storm. Fire would be a firestorm. Glyph of Elemental Power, I gain a chance to inflict a condition. So if I'm Earth, I cripple them. If I'm Fire, I burn them, etc. Arcane Wave is just an AoE, point-blank AoE attack, and just does good damage. I just like having that because I can, my playstyle, you know, I would pop in, pop all my AoEs, and pop that AoE as well. And let's see, the Elite. I like to use the Glyph of Elementals, just summon a big elemental to fight for me. The other interesting mechanic is that as an elementalist you can conjure these different weapons, and what it does is you conjure one and you drop one, so I guess if you wanted to, your teammate could pick one up as well. I'm not sure if the enemy can do that. I would assume they can probably pick it up too, but now it gives you a whole new set of skills. So this was a lightning hammer, and now I just have hammer, lightning leap, leap through them. I can launch enemies, kind of a big uppercut, lightning storm here, just a point blank AoE, and then static field. Enemies that cross this will get stunned. So this is just another option if you prefer to summon weapons and do melee attacks. You can do that. Here's a Frostbow. So there you see one is on the ground, and I can actually go unequip it, go over here and pick it up if I want, and now I have that same skill set again. So now I have a bow. I am an elementalist with a bow. Frost Volley, causing vulnerability. Let's see, Frost Fan, what does this do? Okay, so chills enemies. I have an Ice Storm, an AoE attack, Deep Freeze, freeze this dude in a solid block of ice, and now Conjure Flame Axe. Do that as well. Now you have a whole nother sketch. I really like how they did this. It makes the game feel like there's always something new, something refreshing. I really don't think you're going to get bored with 8 classes with all of these different play styles. And here, throw Explosive Axe, Burning Retreat, run away like that. Ring of Fire, kind of like, you know, that point blank AoE that I had with the Dual Daggers, and then Flame Leap. Just a big attack there. And then here's the elite skill, Conjure a Fiery Greatsword. And let's see what kind of, ooh, that thing looks really cool. So there we go, really good. Wow, that's really good DPS. Fiery Eruption, Fiery Whirl. Okay, so this is kind of like a warrior here. Now you got your charge and Firestorm. And I need to go play with this. This is looks like a lot of fun. ton of DPS. So you can see there are just a lot of options. My place through as an elementalist, I found you really got to use all your different stuns and interrupts and kind of pop in and out of battle, kind of like as a thief. If you're staying still, you got to dodge your AoEs a lot because Elementalist again is a DPS class, it's real squishy, and then you really got to just change from form to form, spam all your skills because I think that's how it's designed to be played. You're not going to stay in one form and just try to, I don't know, wait for your skills to recharge. The most efficient thing to do is to go pop in and out of different forms and just use all of your skills. If you're not doing that, you're not playing your class to its most effect. So I would say Elementalists are a little bit more difficult to play. I would not recommend them for a beginning character, but they have a ton of variety and they're a lot of fun. I think Elementalist, again, it's going to be one of those classes that I jump on when I just want to go in and wreck people, especially with all this AoE. It's really great. It's really fun when you catch a bunch of people. They're not paying attention to you. You just jump in there and you just do all of this point blank AoE. And then I think in World v World, with their long range and their targeted AoE attacks, they're going to be really good as well. Now, let me just equip a staff and show you kind of some of the targeted AoE attacks. So here is a fire, firestorm, there's an earth, there's an earthquake. You can see how it takes time to cast and it takes time for it to charge up. So a lot of times in your regular PvP, people are going to be running away and not really getting hit by those as much. And then when you got people up in your face, it's kind of hard to cast. But I think it's very viable. You just gotta practice at it. I just wasn't good with the staff for whatever reason. But you can see there's a lot of cool little abilities here. There's a lot of AoE. So there you have it. There's the Elementalist. I got a lot of video guides like this up for every class on my website at thehealthygamer.com. I also have 3 to 4 PvP videos for each class and some other PvP and beginning game guide videos, so go to thehealthygamer.com and check all of those out. I really appreciate it if you would hit like and subscribe and share via your social media. Thank you.